Well, hello everybody and welcome to Lunch Break Live. Real talk about obesity, food obsession, recovery, and what's really eating you. I am Cari and on today's show, are you afraid to ask questions because you don't want to know the answer? Good question. But before you have to ask who I am, maybe I should tell you, I am a 2007 gastric bypass post-op, living life in recovery from obesity and obsessive compulsive food addiction as twice the woman in half the body. I am also a recovery strategist. And what that means is I help people find the most efficient way to get from obesity and addiction to recovery. So that's me. And as usual, I've got to know about you guys. I got to know who's here. So let me put my glasses on and check into it. First of all, I am totally thrilled to welcome in newer viewers and brand new viewers who may be joining me for the very first time. Now, even if you're not joining me live, but you're on demand, you're still here. So welcome. I want you to feel like this is a great place to hang out and get some good support, for the long haul, all right? So welcome, really glad that you're here. And of course, I'm dying to know how you found out about the program. So if you get a chance, leave it in the comments for me. Let me know that you're new and tell me how you found the show. Really excited to learn about that as always. Let me see, meanwhile, who is here. I see lots and lots of faces floating by and thumbs up. I love that. All right, Cindy Brown, looks like you and Angela beat my mama in. I don't know where she is. She's probably further down. Welcome, welcome. A newer viewer. Oh, wow. Okay, your name is going to trip me up. I know, but I'm going to do my best. Len Jose Kescula Figueroa. Okay, I did my best. Welcome. I don't remember seeing your name, and I'm so happy that you're here. And Kim, I'm happy to see you again. Let's see here. Welcome, welcome. There's my mama. She made it. Followed closely by Nancy Hendrickson 6. How are you? So glad you're here. Let's see. Cindy says, hey, Cari, it's been a while since I've been able to be here live. Oh, I just love you too. Great personality, words of wisdom. Well, thank you, Cindy. I am really grateful that you're here, and I kind of enjoy doing this, and it's always nicer to do it when someone's watching, let's be honest. Otherwise, I'm just me talking alone in my office. So thank you so much for being here. Glad you're getting a lot out of it. Deborah, hi, I'm glad you're here. And Cleo, all the way from Florida, you made it live. So happy. I'm so happy when I get to see you. I know you're a busy, busy woman. All right, love the earrings. Oh, thanks. I know, right? Okay, this is like a dress. Okay, I don't know if this is going to show. See, it's like, okay, there you go. It's from Hawaii, and this lovely lady at church who loves Hawaii decided that I needed to have an authentic Hawaiian dress, so she brought this back for me from Hawaii and brought a Hawaiian shirt back for Juan, and it was so cute. In order to get his size, she had to hug him. She had to get her arms around him, and you know what? It's a great method because that shirt is gorgeous on him and it does fit like it was made for him. So sweet. She bought this for me, and then I gave her a book on the history of the Hawaiian shirt. So it was kind of a cool deal. But anyway, thank you very much. The earrings are from CVS in Orlando, Florida. So really exotic. And the jewelry, Mom would know. It's like officially, I think it's actually Hawaiian. And I think it was my grandma's, but I'm not sure. So you'll have to fill me in on that one, Mom. Anyway, thank you. I'm like all mostly authentic up to this point, but that's okay. Anyway, let's see. Enough earring chat. And Kim, yeah, oh, I'm glad you were able to make it today too. I know it gets really busy. And Michelle, thank you for being here. And Regina, you made it. Boy, you too. You joined me for Live from the 405 this morning, and you're joining me here. Thank you so much. I'm really glad you're here. Northern Georgia, I hope you have a better signal, Regina, because I know it was kind of letting you down and stuttering. Diana, hey, I haven't seen your shiny face in a while. So glad you're here. All righty. Have I efficiently, oh, and Pinar. I think Pinar, or is it Pinar? Pinar? I want to get it right. So glad you are here. Welcome in. I think you're a newer viewer for sure. I feel like I might have seen your name once or twice, but definitely you're a newer viewer. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I love to know how everybody is. Hey, Connie Duvier. I'm so glad that you are here. It's so nice to see you always. And thank you, Cindy, for your nice compliments. Steve. Okay, Steve, I hope that you did not have to go through all of the earring and jewelry and dress chat. I hope you kind of joined a little bit after that because, I mean, I get it. You know, that's like girl stuff. So I'll try and like stick to just the facts. I apologize. Anyway, I'm really glad you're here. Well, Mary Kay, hello, right back, beautiful. Thank you. It was Grams. Okay, thanks, Mom. All right. Late but here. No, you're not, Dawn. I'm just welcoming everybody in. You haven't missed a darn thing. Hey, Kelly Downs. Good afternoon to you. I got it right, Pinar? All right. Hello, hello. You are late today, but trust me, you didn't miss anything. All right, you guys. So I have some questions for you because the name of the show is, Are You Afraid to Ask Questions Because You Don't Want to Know the Answer? So I want to know the answer. Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. I think you're a newer viewer too. Welcome, welcome. You're just here at the perfect time. All right. So here's my first question for you guys, right? All right. Well, for the newer viewers, my first question is, how did you learn about Lunch Break Live? Okay, that's very important. Hey, Chris Simpson, friend of Hannah's. How are you? Are you joining me from steaming hot Arizona over there? Are you still over there? My goodness, I'm really glad you're here. All right. Okay, so that's the first question. How did you learn about Lunch Break Live? Now, let's see. Even if you're watching on demand, it's okay. Let me know. All right, here's a question for regular viewers. Ready? You know who you are. What is one thing, you're going to have to think about this one, okay? What is one thing you have changed as a result of regularly joining the show? So I'm not interested in as much what you've learned. I want to know what you have actually applied and changed as a result of joining the program. So that is a big, big question for you. I want you to be specific. Now the next question for everyone, and if you joined me on Live from the 405 this morning, I also asked you there, do you prefer Live from the 405 or Lunch Break Live? Okay, I need to know the truth because I am, you know, thinking of stopping one of the shows because it's a lot of work and I do it for free and I'm not sure if it's so wise, right? Let's be honest, I don't want to dilute the pool. So vote now, which show do you like best? Again, I'm asking, you know, not because they may not both be beneficial in some way, but the origin of Live from the 405 was simply to be a promotional sort of a short video to tell everybody what we were going to be talking about on Lunch Break Live, and it sort of evolved and took on a life of its own. Okay, so those are the questions that are kind of out there. All right, so let's see here. Let me see. So Nancy says, one of the things she has changed as a result of joining the show, I have made an abstinence list and am sticking to it. Yes, I love it. Huge. That is huge. Congratulations to you. That is, oh my gosh, unbelievably amazing work, friends. So congratulations on that. That makes my heart just pitter pat. I am so joyful for you for that. That's awesome. And Diana says, worrying about the scale less. The thing I changed. Very good. How does it feel? How does it feel worrying less about the scale? Have you noticed a change in your attitude about your recovery and your healthy weight? You know, I'm just eager to know. Okay. Pinar. Okay. Lunch break is better for you. Okay. Right on. Okay. Please keep LBL. Well, it is kind of the original one. So LBL preferred. I have to use cellular data in traffic to watch Live from the 405. Well, I get that. Even if you did watch it on demand, you're right. And I use cellular data to you know, shoot it. So totally get that. I'm Wi-Fi here at work. Okay. Unfortunately, Kelly says, I usually can't attend either one live, but I do love catching up with you. I love being caught up with. And it's quite all right if you can't join the show live. Of course, I always love it when you are able to, but I understand life gets in the way. We have obligations, responsibilities, and you know what? The time difference as well. I mean, it's lunchtime for me here in Southern California, but for those of you who are elsewhere in the world, you know, if you're over in Europe, it might be nighttime. If you're over in New Zealand, it's really early morning tomorrow. Okay, it's not tomorrow for you, but it's tomorrow for me. You know, if you're on the East Coast, it's afternoon. You know, it's afternoon break live. So snack break live, whatever. So I totally get it. So I'm really grateful for any time that you're able to spend with me. I'm, you know, that matters to me. But gotcha. All right. So Nancy says, if I have to choose, I would vote for LBL. I enjoy live on the 405, but it's more casual and fun. But if I had to pick, it would be LBL. And Jerry says, here's what she has changed as a result of joining the program as a regular viewer: binging and leaving things, walking away, started an abstinence list. Yes! Woo! I am so excited for you too. Yes! Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps. Yay! Love it. Love it. So stinking awesome. All right, East Coast timing works better with lunch break for Angela. She says, right on. Okay, Cindy, you love LBL on your early days and or days off. You can join LBL. Okay, right on. I think we're getting pretty close here. And you have learned that your recovery only happens if you want it to. Mary Kay says, and you prefer LBL. And Regina says, here's what's changed. Quit making excuses. Just do it. You made your abstinence list and you're sticking to it. Yes. Yes. 30 days sober from food addiction. Yes. High five. Right there. High five. Yes. I love, love, love it. You guys, you're making me so joyful. I am so excited. You're all recovery rebels. Do you know that? You are freaking recovery rebels. I love it. Awesome. I don't feel so alone anymore. I love it. All right. And you're seeing a therapist. Angela, go you. Right on. I hope it's a great experience for you. It's amazing what you can learn in therapy. Wow. I was going to say with a great therapist. Absolutely. Awesome. Kelly, I have changed my attitude. I'm learning that doing things to make me trustworthy to myself. Yes. Oh my gosh. You've got to share some of the things that you've changed when you get a chance that make you more trustworthy to yourself. I love that. That is huge. Foundational cornerstone work right there with the food abstinence list. I love that for you. And Jerry prefers LBL as well. Keep up LBL. Regina says, all right, I think we figured that out. Diana, I still weigh in every now and then, but I don't hang my success on the number. It's more about working on my relationship with food and body than being thin. Right on. That is what this is all about. A healthy relationship, however that looks for you. And breaking that dependence on the scale. Sounds like that was a really, really good thing for you. Cindy says, I have created an abstinence list and I have rid my home of the one thing on it, all sugar, fake sugar products, and snacks out of my house. Yes, go you, Cindy. Man, you guys are encouraging the crud out of me. Do you know that? You're inspiring me. Seriously, you are motivating me to keep doing this. You seriously are, because I was flagging a little bit. I was like, why am I doing this? Why? I mean, am I crazy? Apparently, I'm only as crazy as you guys are. So thank you so much for telling me that you have chosen to change your lives. Oh my gosh, just because you joined little old me. All right, I love it. Okay. So we have a new viewer joining. Amy, hi, you're a newer viewer too. Welcome. So glad you made it. Kim prefers LBL. Heather Kelly joined. All right, and my mama says I've learned to own my own crap, still learning. And I think that's a process that we will continue to learn, if you ask me, as I will talk about here and as I've talked about on previous shows this week, still learning to own my crap, okay? All right, so let's dive into it, all right, shall we? A lot of questions, right? A lot of questions. What's that all about? Okay, well, today I had what I'm going to call a super engaging conversation with a new old friend. I've known this person for several years, but we haven't ever really engaged in a conversation like we had today, back and forth on Messenger, okay? And during that time, okay, here's owning my crap again. Darn it, okay? I asked a question I probably shouldn't have asked. I do that sometimes. Darn it. I don't mean anything by it, but it really doesn't matter. Leave it to me to be oblivious to the obvious. Seriously, that is me. I'm oblivious to the obvious. I do not for someone who likes to make connections and draw conclusions, I miss obvious connections sometimes because I'm so busy looking at this thing over here, I forget that it points to that thing over there. Okay, so anyway, I apologize, and I'm doing a lot of that these days, doggone it. Anyway, and she said it wasn't necessary. And I love this. This is what she said. You have to ask questions to learn things, and you don't always know which questions are the right questions. So you have to be fearless about asking them. I loved that. I was like, wow. Just wow. You are so right. And I thanked her profusely, of course. And then I said, because I can never leave stuff alone. I just never can. I said, yeah, but you don't have to know why you do something to stop it. That's what I said, right? And she said, very bravely I might add, she said she felt that knowing why she did unhealthy things helped her to stop doing them, because knowing the why, now listen here, took away her fear of disrupting her truth, okay? So in other words, truth matters to her, which it needs to for all of us, okay? But it matters to her, and she did not want to compromise her truth by not understanding the why. So that was her explanation. By the way, she has been in many years of therapy. She has been doing a lot of hard work, okay? So, you know, I don't know that she literally set out to ask the why while she was doing the work on her recovery, but certainly the why did come out as a result of asking the questions. All right, so we went back and forth for like an hour and got into everything from therapy to 12-step programs. And she said she wondered if there were programs that did not focus so much on the God thing, which is a very, very common question. It's very common, okay? And it's one of those things I think that stops people from participating in it at all. They don't like it because they think it's going to be religious. Okay, I get that. So I responded that for me, my recovery truly began when I got out of my own way and stopped making everything all about me. And I figured that, I knew there was something bigger than me and there was a greater purpose, but I needed to stop getting in the way of it. So that's how that works for me. That's how that looks for me. And ultimately, when we went back, she said she felt there was too much emphasis on spiritual things. And then I was thinking about it. I realized, you know what, there are a lot of people who feel that way. Of course, you don't know these things unless you're willing to ask and discuss them, right? And I don't have an answer to that. I really don't. And maybe I don't even have to have one, but it did make me question my own beliefs about things that I say, you know? And so I had this little momentary, I don't know what you would call it, questioning, you know, where I said, okay, am I too spiritual? You know, in my approach to recovery, am I making too much about God? Am I turning people off? You know, I started questioning and assessing myself, and ultimately I got my answers, and they work for me, okay? Because I believe that obesity and like addiction, obsession are emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual diseases, not religious, okay? There is a distinction there. They are spiritual in nature, okay? And I believe that we are spiritual beings with souls, and that hunger has to be fed. We get hungry souls, and it has to be fed with inspirational things, however that looks to us, okay? So I don't think I'm going to change what I say about God and recovery, and I can't worry about whether I'm going to turn people off, because, you know, maybe I will, but, you know, that doesn't mean I don't believe what I say. I can't worry about that. Not if I believe that I'm being obedient, okay? And here's the key thing. I don't think my new old friend would argue with me. That's the beauty of this. She is confident and content in her beliefs. She knows what she believes because she has fearlessly asked questions. And those are the answers she was given. And the beautiful thing is, we don't have to agree to respect one another and say, yeah, I see where you're coming from. I totally respect that. And I love that. And that's what it's all about, is being confident and courageous enough in what we believe to question it, to make sure that what we believe makes sense for us. Okay, so she believes what she believes, and she's confident with what she knows. That's what I wrote. So confident, in fact, that she can respect me and I can respect her, and we can find things that we totally agree with. Namely, here's what we agree on. Ready? Therapy matters, recovery is hard work, and obesity, food obsession aren't about the food. We both agreed on that, right? Because we agreed that once you begin to face the fears, address the things you have been numbing yourself out to avoid, And that was the expression she used, numbing out. And I thought that was really powerful. So she was numbing herself out to avoid certain things. And once you do the work of owning your crap, my words, the food begins to take care of itself. It doesn't mean you don't have to take care of it, but it begins, see, because that's no longer the focal point. It's the other stuff. And then the byproduct of that is, oh, well, yeah, I used to use food to numb out, but, you know, I'm not numbing out, I'm facing stuff. So do you see what I'm saying? It starts to take care of itself. And I love one of the things she said about her own recovery. She said, quote, "For me, it was a perfect storm that started with self-awareness, mindfulness, and a determination not to settle for the same old cycle, but true clarity for all aspects of my life to finally give me confidence to say, not now, when I go into the kitchen for a corn chip," right? It started when I faced my insecurities about not being the person I thought I was, had convinced myself I was. I'm no longer afraid of disrupting everything that I once thought was true. That fearlessness only came from figuring out why. Do you see? So that's her position on it. She found fearlessness in understanding her why, you know? And I say, however you get there, get there. For me, the why organically was answered for me. Not always, but it was organic over the course of time and experience. But my point was I didn't allow the why to get in the way of the how, okay? And the what, okay? What do I need to do? So we both agree there's a tremendous peace and power in recovery, and there are many, many ways to get there. So that's really the net result of our conversation this morning, and I thought it was so powerful. I thought it really did dovetail nicely with my conversation from the road this morning, live from the 405, about having lots and lots of questions and asking, you know, is what I'm doing wise? Does it make sense? All right. So I think it takes courage to ask questions. I mean, you know, who's going to argue with that? Especially when you might not like the answers, right? How many of you guys are worried about asking questions because you don't think you're going to like the answer? You're like, oh, no, I don't want to know. I just don't want to know, so I'm not going to ask. All right. Well, my new old friend said, the most important questions are the ones we don't want to answer, or the ones others don't want to give us an answer to. And that's where I say we often get stuck on the why, and it keeps us from doing what we need to do to get what we say we want, okay? She says that not knowing kept her stuck on repeat. I love that. It was just like repeat, 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 okay? And she had to get out of that do loop, all right? I don't think either one of us is righter or wronger than the other. I just think it goes to show that we all work our recovery differently, okay? But we receive the same benefits when we fearlessly do the work to face our fears, right? All right, so that's how this show came to be, about questions. So how many of you guys are afraid to ask questions? And why do you think that is? Now, I get it. That's like one of those really deep things that may not have a quick answer. And the funny thing is I just asked why. Why do you think that is? Did you notice that? Okay, think about this for a minute. Let's say you struggle with asking questions. It's possible that someone in your past was critical of you for asking questions and you felt stupid. Well, I don't like to feel stupid. So if I was made to feel stupid, okay, you say no one can make you feel anything, but let's just say as a result of how they responded to my asking questions, let's say I felt stupid. Well, then I'm going to get cured of that right away, aren't I? I'm not going to ask questions. That's a very direct result of that, right? Maybe someone criticized the types of questions you asked or said you asked too many. Okay, maybe they said, you know what? Why do you ask so many questions? You're like, well, because I'm curious and I want to know. Maybe, you know, they were saying, do you ever listen to the answers or do you just ask questions, right? And you're like, you took it to mean stop asking questions. That's possible. We do that, right? Maybe you didn't like the answers you got and said, well, when I ask questions, it leads to that, so I'm going to stop asking right now. And I think I'll just assume. How many of us do that, right? Okay, maybe you didn't understand the answers. That's possible too. I don't get it. I asked and I don't get it. That's not helping me at all. As a matter of fact, it's making me more confused and I don't like that. Okay, that's possible too, right? Do you think? You guys think? All right. I believe there is a place for questions in recovery. Of course there is, okay? But I don't like to get stuck on the why. I don't want to get stuck. And this is me. This is my, my philosophy, I guess you could say. I prefer the how, or more accurately, the what. As in, what do I need to do here? What needs to happen here? What is my role in this? What part did I play in my sickness? What part have I played in my obesity? What part have I played in my addiction? Okay? What is my responsibility in contributing to my disease? Very different than why am I contributing to my disease? Or why am I choosing to play a role in it? Or why do I always want to fail? Why do I have trouble succeeding? That doesn't go anywhere. Okay? When we get stuck on that, we lose sight of the what. What do I need to do? What's my part? What crap do I need to own? All right? What needs to happen? This is big for me. What needs to happen in order for me to choose recovery? Okay? Obviously, there is no singular answer, as we learned from talking to my new old friend today. There's no one-size-fits-all thing. There just isn't, okay? But if you ask the question with honesty, fearless, courageous honesty, and truly listen for the answer, you will find that you have options. Many people who ask me questions, I feel don't listen for the answer. It's as if they're asking me a question looking for a certain answer so that it can, affirm what it is they're doing, give them a reason to do what they're doing. In other words, if I say the right thing, then it gives them permission. Sometimes I see that. Just tell me what I want to hear. And of course, they're not aware they're doing that. That's just what I pick up. And it's what a lot of us learn to do, don't we? Just tell me what I need to hear. I'm asking you a question. Just tell me what I need to hear so that I'll know that I was right and I'm okay. I get that, all right? So here are some very important questions I'm going to leave you guys with today. Ready? How important is food in your life? I am not talking about food that sustains you, that you need to live. A lot of people are like, oh, it's very important because we have to eat to live. Okay, we don't need to eat Twinkies. We do not need corn chips. Okay, we do not need French fries. All right, so when I am talking about how important is food in your life, I am not talking about the stuff that is a trigger for you, that you overdo. I'm talking about the healthy stuff, all right? I'm talking, back up the truck. I'm not talking about the stuff you need to survive. I am talking about the trigger foods, the stuff you don't stop once you start. That's what I'm talking about. Got it? How important is the junk food in your life? All right? How important are those chips, the ice cream, and the pizza on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is most important? Okay? Now, I want to know, how important are those foods? Are they more important than your peaceful recovery? Are the foods that are so important to your life that you said you can't live without them? Yesterday we talked about this. Some of you said, I'm sad when you tell me I can't. I'm mad when you tell me I can't. I'm scared when you tell me I can't anymore. Okay, so apparently it's pretty important for you, so important that you're willing to trade that pizza for peaceful recovery? Might want to think about that. Because the two things are definitely connected, you guys. They really are. Here's the thing. Another question. Do you believe you can actually live a life in recovery? I did the recovery hokey pokey for a long time, and I said, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. And then one day I said, you know what? I will do it. That's it. Enough hokey pokeying. I will do it. Because it's too important, all right? So do you believe you can actually live a life in recovery? Are you willing to ask for help and accept it? Are you willing to own your crap, right? Constant theme on this show. Are you willing to own your crap, not air your crap? I did a show on this. I'm not talking about you waving it out there and going, woo, look at my crap. Not talking about that. I'm not talking about beating yourself up with your crap. I'm talking about owning your crap and deciding you will not repeat it. How willing are you to own that crap? And finally, I think we've concluded, is Lunch Break Live worth your time? Yeah, that one's for me. That's my question. And I think I know the answer. Yeah, it is. It's worth my time. And I think it's worth your time. All right, so any questions? We don't have a lot of time for that, of course, because I've gone long. But I will say this, all right? And I will answer your questions offline, I promise, because I can see you guys saying a lot of things. Very important, before I sign off, prayers to Linda Wingard for her son's recovery. He is in the hospital. He had major heart surgery. Please, please pray for him. Happy 7th birthday to Mr. Twinkle. Sarah, your cute little puppy dog and his little birthday hat and his cute little cake. Happy birthday to him. And thank you, Janice Greenwood. Thank you so much. You left the sweetest message on my wall. Oh, and Alberto, you also shared something just amazing with me, and now I'm all in love with Addiction Today, that site. That's just really powerful, and it gave me more confidence in what it is that I talk about. So thank you for that. You guys, I cherish you all. You're amazing. You're amazing, and I treasure you. That's it. I'll sign off. Remind you all to consider becoming patrons of the show so that I can continue to do Lunch Break Live, all right, and other things. That's CariDelaCruz.com/Patreon, Patreon. Also, Recovery Rebel Tees, I'm placing the order this Sunday. So get your orders in. Email me at CariDelaCruz.com with your size and your style, V-neck or crew neck, okay? Men's cut, short sleeve, even though the picture shows a woman, because that was how I originally envisioned it. These are men's cut, which means they're a little more generous in the sleeve length and girth, and they're not fitted. Okay, really nice shirts, all right? Consider placing your order and talking to your support group, because if you guys have a support group and you place more of a bulk order, then you save on shipping. I don't charge individual shipping. I'll just put them in a box and UPS them to you, or personally deliver them to you if you're close enough, okay? So got to do that. Time's a ticking. And Portland, I will see you guys on Saturday morning. Really excited. We're going to do that live on the big screen, FaceTime talk about the bariatric Titanic. So it should be a really good time. If you are in the Portland area and you have not registered yet to attend, I think there are still spaces. I think that's what Laura Van Tile told me. So you want to make sure you do that. If you don't know how to get there, message me and I'll point you in the right direction. That's it. I've gone long. I must hang up. I just want to thank you guys so very much, because you know what? Like Josh Groban said, you raise me up. I mean that. You really, really do. When I am questioning, you know what? When I am down and I'm just not sure I can keep going on, you guys just know the right things to say and you encourage me. So I'm really grateful for you, and I hope you understand that recovery is a team sport. Even though I have to do the work myself, I can't do it alone. And I really, really value you guys. So thank you for being here. I will definitely see you guys tomorrow. No live from the 405. I think that's a thing of the past. But I will see you guys for Lunch Break Live tomorrow. Same time, same place. All right, you guys, I'm signing off and reminding you all to have courage. Seek peace. Embrace joy. And above all, live your recovery. Remember, you can't stop feeding what's eating you if you don't know what's eating you. And you want to know what's eating you? You got to ask questions. All right, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Share the show. Bye.